I'm Marilee Caruso. It's Tuesday, January 20th. Today, a city on the rise.
I think a real sense of momentum and growth and excitement, but it also does come with some of the challenges.
New Stats Canada data shows Winnipeg's population is growing. We'll tell you what's behind the boom. Also today, controlling the blaze.
For us, it is our #1 risk within the municipality here.
How a Manitoba municipality is getting ready for wildfire season. Plus, a hero's welcome. An ovation for the ages for Jonathan Toews. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Winnipeg has hit a major milestone. The city's population has surpassed 850,000, according to new data from Statistics Canada. Joining me now live to discuss is CTV's John Hendrick. So, John, how does this stack up against the rest of the nation?
Well, Marilee, Winnipeg's population grew by 8,438 residents between July 1st, 2024 and July 1st, 2025. The mayor's office says that's the 5th highest total population increase of any municipality in Canada. Now, the data shows growth is coming from people moving to Winnipeg from other countries and babies being born here. However, it also reveals that we're losing people to other provinces or even other municipalities right here in Manitoba. Mayor Scott Gillingham says hitting 850,000 residents is worth celebrating for the most part.
I think a real sense of momentum and growth and excitement, but it also does come with some of the challenges, the demands on our city services. We talk about the demands on transit, on our recreation services, on policing, paramedics, firefighters, our calls to 911, our emergency services.
Gillingham says the city needs to keep building houses and secure federal and provincial funding for the 3rd phase of the North End sewage treatment plant in order to sustain this growth. Now, it's worth noting that Statistics Canada data is based on population estimates as of July 1st, 2025. However, Mayor Gillingham says if there was a dip in population later in the year, he's confident it will rebound.
John, does this mean we're on track to hit 1 million residents in the coming years?
Not necessarily, Marilee. A U of M professor says deep cuts to immigration, both temporary and permanent, will have a big impact on our population. And there's also some concern that services won't be able to keep up with the demand. CTV's Harrison Shin will have more on that coming up at 6.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, John. Meantime, Mayor Gillingham is voicing his concern over the chaos unfolding on the streets of Minneapolis. He's reached out to the city's mayor to express his dismay.
I hope to see a return to peace in your streets as your sister city, and that is absolutely my concern. I frankly can't imagine what he's going through as mayor.
Daily protests have been ongoing in Minneapolis since the U.S. Department of Homeland Security ramped up immigration enforcement. A lawsuit seeking an order to halt or limit the enforcement action was filed days after the fatal shooting of Renee Good by an ICE agent. U.S. President Donald Trump is calling on the judge to reject that lawsuit. Gillingham says all Canadians, including politicians at all levels, must band together.
There's no roadmap to deal with chaos. And what we're seeing now in the United States consistently from the leader is very chaotic. So I think that's why we as municipal leaders need to be standing in solidarity with our premiers and with our prime minister as well to try to at sometimes respond and at other times certainly to take a defensive and protective position for our interests.
Gillingham says he's tasked his staff with coming up with different scenarios or questions to pose to Winnipeg's different agencies to ensure the city is prepared for the changing world, be it an influx of Americans seeking a new home in Winnipeg or Canadian Armed Forces members being deployed elsewhere. Well, if you couldn't get a hold of 311 earlier today, you were not alone. The city's 3 call centers were down for much of the day. The city of Winnipeg posted on its X page mid-morning that 311, Water and Waste, and Winnipeg Transit call centers were all experiencing unexpected issues and weren't able to take any calls. Residents were being asked to submit their service requests online instead. The city shared an update shortly before 3 this afternoon, saying the phone lines were operational once again. CTV News has reached out for more details on the outage. The union representing respiratory therapists in Manitoba is warning vacancy rates at some hospitals have reached dangerous levels. The Manitoba Association of Healthcare Professionals says there are 50 vacant positions across the city's 3 acute care centers: Health Sciences Centre, St. Boniface Hospital, and Grace Hospital. That's a vacancy rate of 25%, 36%, and 42% respectively. Even with existing respiratory therapists working thousands of overtime hours, the union says there still isn't enough to fill baseline staffing requirements, putting patients' health at risk.
Respiratory therapists have highly specialized skills that are required in the ER or ICU environment, the intensive care unit, and they are a core part of the team that give patients the best chance of survival, stabilizing what is very often life and death situations.
The union is calling on the province to begin offering incentives for full-time work, night shifts, and those who work in emergency departments. It also wants to see more scholarships or bursaries to encourage people to get trained in the field, as it says the number of students enrolled right now will not offset the number who plan to retire. CTV News has reached out to the province and health authorities, but we have not yet heard back. More officers in Manitoba are wearing body cameras than ever before. The Manitoba First Nations Police Service says all officers across its 12 detachments are now equipped with the technology. The deployment started last year. Manitoba RCMP also confirmed all of its frontline officers are wearing the technology. As of November, RCMP had already collected more than 174,000 pieces of evidence from those cameras. A Manitoba municipality is boosting its resources for combating wildfires in the future.
The Armapiney takes the wildfire season very serious. For us, it is our #1 risk within the municipality here.
Southeastern Manitoba's Armapiney has earmarked just over $1 million from its budget toward wildfire preparedness. The investment comes after the RM was one of many impacted by significant wildfires last year. The budget includes the purchase of a 3,000-gallon water tanker truck. The RM CAO says funding from a provincial grant has enabled it to train up to 60 firefighters in the area on wildland firefighter training.
We really strive to give the firefighters, volunteer firefighters, the tools and technology that is necessary to do their job safely. So the major investment, it is actually about 27% of our total budget.
The RM recently secured a provincial grant for a thermal imaging drone to help identify hotspots on the ground. Piney is also working on finalizing a push alert notification system for residents when a wildfire is detected in the area. It hopes to have that up and running by the spring. All right, let's bring in Colleen Brady now and get a look at your not so hot Skywatch forecast. No hot spots in this forecast, Colleen.
None. Lots of cold spots, and they're going to get extremely cold, so much so that Environment and Climate Change Canada has issued an orange warning for cold. Why orange? Because Environment Canada feels the impact level will be high, which I think is a fair assessment. Bitterly cold wind chill values first in Brochet and Dooley Lake, but that bitterly cold air mass is going to spread. I'll show you where it's headed coming up. The CTV Live Eye is brought to you by Bathfitter, exclusive home of the PermaFit solution in Winnipeg right now. Minus 18 degrees with those winds out of the south-southwest at 14 kilometers an hour. The wind chill feels like minus 27. Partly cloudy, a beautiful sky out there looking at that shot. The pressure is dropping and the humidity is 77%. Out on the roads, it is very busy in both directions. On McPhillips, really looks like if you can avoid McPhillips, although I know that's difficult, best you do that if you're heading into that part of the city.
You feel like you're having the most powerful conversation that truly moves you.
Coming up, how the Canadian Museum for Human Rights is bringing the personal stories of Holocaust survivors to life.
Get Winnipeg's top stories, breaking news alerts, and watch live. Download the CTV News app.
The North American stock market sank as world leaders met in Switzerland under the dark cloud of threats made by U.S. President. BNN Bloomberg's Morella Fernandez reports.
The American markets were closed on Monday, so this is the first chance investors have had to respond to the rhetoric. And clearly, they were shaken, continuing to sell America, sending the market nosediving. Both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ dropped over 2%. And the threat to Greenland sent spot gold to a new record high, above $4,700 an ounce. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to 72.29. West Texas Intermediate up over $1 to 60.36. Western Canadian Select unchanged at 45.16. And the TSX lost 340 points to slip back under 33,000. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
Market Watch is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross. Group health plans for any size business.
The Canadian Museum for Human Rights has reopened with an expanded Holocaust education program.
What can we do to fight anti-Semitism in Canada?
Something very simple, and that is to tolerate each other.
Dimensions in Testimony emphasizes the importance of memory preservation and tackling rising intolerance ahead of Holocaust Remembrance Day on January 27th. The interactive experience allows visitors to pose questions, bringing the personal stories of Holocaust survivors to life.
It feels like in real time they're responding to your questions because they draw from hours and hours of testimony, and you feel like you're having the most powerful conversation that truly moves you.
The Dimensions in Testimony experience is available daily in English and French from now through to the 31st. Meantime, the CMHR is celebrating a prestigious award for one of its latest exhibits. The museum received the Governor General's Award for Excellence in Museums for its exhibition, Love in a Dangerous Time, Canada's LGBT Purge. The exhibit, which opened early in 2025, explores how the queer community was targeted by the Canadian government in the latter half of the 20th century. For decades, members of the armed forces, RCMP, and civil service were often discriminated against and fired from their jobs for their sexual orientation.
I think the Canadian Museum for Human Rights grounds itself in survivor-centered storytelling, and the Love in a Dangerous Time was one of those examples where developing those close relationships with the LGBT Purge survivor community helped shape this exhibit.
Love in a Dangerous Time has now been extended and will run until the fall before traveling to other venues across the country. Jonathan Toews returned to Chicago, and it was a moment for the ages. Blackhawk fans welcomed their former captain back with a nearly 5-minute standing ovation. That was the big highlight of the night for the Jets, though, because despite some decent chances, they could not solve Blackhawks goalie Spencer Knight. The Jets lost this one 2-0. It's a quick turnaround for the team. They are back in action at home tonight against the St. Louis Blues. A rock band's resurgence lands in Winnipeg. We're going to tell you when, coming up in Spotlight.
Spotlight, sponsored by the Casinos of Winnipeg, presenting the Roadhammers with Doc Walker.
Colleen Brady is back now for Spotlight, and a Grammy-winning band will rock Winnipeg this summer like it's 1999.
That's right. Creed is bringing its The Summer of '99 tour to Canada Life Centre on July 14th. The band is best known for songs like Higher, With Arms Wide Open, and One Last Breath. Creed has seen a massive resurgence in popularity over the past few years. Mammoth will open the show. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster.
And if Creed isn't your cup of tea, how about a comedy show?
A decorated globe-trotting comedian is bringing his latest show to Winnipeg.
Our Our pilot didn't say anything until we came to like a complete stop. And then maybe like a minute later, the cockpit door opened up and he stuck his head in and he's like, "You good?"
Gabriel Iglesias is set to take the stage at Canada Life Centre March 13th. It's part of the 1976 tour, a fluffy celebration. General tickets will be on sale Friday. Just head to fluffyguy.com. And Marilee, the last time he was here, he was at the Burt, so his show is just getting bigger and bigger.
Popular, yeah, clearly. All right, now to a throwback hip-hop festival that is returning to Winnipeg this summer.
Tacos and Tequila Festival will be taking over Blue Cross Park on August 22nd. T.I. and Rick Ross are headlining this summer's lineup of 90s and early 2000s hip-hop icons, but the fun doesn't stop there. The festival includes, get this, Lucha Libre Wrestling, Chihuahua Beauty Pageant, and of course, plenty of tacos, tequilas, and margaritas. Early bird tickets, including VIP access, are on sale now. Visit tacosandtequilawinnipeg.com.
All right, start saving your money because the show announcements keep coming today.
That's right. Now, including a Winnipeg illusionist who is proving so popular with his hometown crowd, well, he's added another show. Darcy Oak was set to take the Centennial Concert Hall stage the evening of October 24th, but due to high demand, he's now added an afternoon show. Oak will now perform at 3 p.m. and again at 7 p.m. Tickets for the early show go on sale Friday through the Concert Hall's box office. There are still a limited number available now for the evening performance as well.
All right, and finally, something big is coming to Prairie Theatre Exchange.
That's right. PTE will kick off 2026 with a national touring production.
It's a celebration of all of the things that are left behind.
The hugely popular Big Stuff is a mix of memoir, scripted comedy, and improvised banter. It features a married couple reflecting on love, the loss of their parents, and the stuff we collect and carry through our lives.
We had a basement full of stuff. Like every corner of the basement had a box marked my mother or your father or your mother.
And we realized we had a different philosophy of what we wanted to do with that stuff. I wanted to throw it all away.
I'm going to keep everything.
It's that debate and stuff the couples say makes the place so relatable. It's true. Big Stuff runs this Thursday, January 21st through February 1st. Tickets are available through PTE's box office.
All right. Thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome. Your Tuesday primetime lineup starts with Will Trent at 7. High Potential follows at 8. Catch the Rookie at 9. And Best Medicine wraps things up at 10. It is all right here tonight on CTV. A live look right now at Kenaston, and not the Sterling Line Parkway. That's a little further down the road. You can see Abinogi-Mikana. They're also very busy. Minus 18 degrees in the city right now. I'll have your full forecast coming up.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&Teak Spa Salon. CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
A bit of a reprieve from the bitter cold. Still a cold day, but not quite as bitterly cold as it was yesterday. Tomorrow will be a little bit better than today even, but don't count on that lasting beyond that. It's going to get bitterly cold once again, even more so than how we started off the week, at least here in the south. You can see right now, looking on the radar, a little bit of light cloud, but clear patches as well. Same thing next door in northwestern Ontario and up in northern Manitoba as well. And that's where Environment and Climate Change Canada has issued that orange warning for cold for the Brochet and to Dooley Lake areas. These communities can expect wind chill values that will feel as cold as minus 45 to minus 50. Environment Canada says from Wednesday for at least the next 3 days. And that bitterly cold air mass is going to spread south across much of the province. Not sure we'll see wind chill values quite that cold in the south, but we will see. It's going to be very, very cold. Now, it already is. Here's a look at the current wind chill values across Manitoba. Up in Lynn Lake there, you can see minus 27. It feels like minus 31 in Thompson. Churchill, it feels like minus 39. Here in the south, wind chill values in the minus 20s. Now, Environment Canada has also just issued a blowing snow advisory for areas south of Winnipeg and right up to the west, up into the areas right just to the south of Lake Manitoba, and also just to the southeast of Lake Winnipeg. Blowing snow is expected to be an issue all throughout the day tomorrow, and that could reduce visibility to near zero at times in those areas. So do watch out for your commute, both on the way in and on the way home by the looks of it. Now, as we go through the night ahead, the next Clipper system is going to bring some snow out in front of it. It's going to spread across the province pretty quickly tonight, but you can see not significant accumulations, but likely to see some of it come through Winnipeg and really much of the province and next door to northwestern Ontario overnight. It continues more so through central and southern parts of the province tomorrow morning, and it does break down though as we get further into the day. But again, blowing snow is going to be the big issue for much of southern Manitoba, but particularly in those areas that I showed you under that advisory. Then we clear out and we cool right down. Thursday is going to be bitterly cold all across our region. Very cold temperatures to come, but first tonight temperatures will actually be rising. It's minus 18 right now. We should land around minus 15 by morning. Light snow likely late tonight, and through the commute tomorrow, very strong northwest winds, a high of just minus 14 degrees. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, minus 27 degrees is our forecast high temperature. That's colder than the normal low for this time of year. Slight improvement as we get into Sunday and Monday. With that said, let's look at some pretty pictures. How about that? This photo takes us out to Sandy Hook. A beautiful but ice cold morning, Elaine said up there. Lovely shot, as is this next one. The northern lights were active again this morning. That's what they look like near Lac du Bonnet. That photo is from Joanna. Send us your photos to winnipegweather@ctv.ca.
Thanks, Colleen. Well, it may feel like the ice age outside, but one Winnipeg homeowner is taking his neighborhood back to the Jurassic era. Lee Keast has sculpted a pair of dinosaurs out of snow and ice in front of his Aberdeen Avenue home, one of them towering over the area. Now, Keast is no stranger to sculpting. He's actually created a number of scenes over the past 10 years, including a race car, dragon, Santa sleigh, and a reindeer. This year's cold and thaw cycles have posed a bit of a challenge for him, and he says it affected the snow quality, but he still loves doing it and says it helps him get out of the house.
It makes me feel good. That's what they're there for, is for the community to enjoy.
And Keast isn't done yet. He plans to build a dinosaur standing on two legs once he finishes some touch-ups on the existing two. Well, at least there's no chance they'll melt.
None in the next few days.
All right. Yeah. Don't go far. We're back at 6 o'clock with much more local news. Hope to see you then.